Hello, I'm Chris from TechSpert, and today we're going to be checking out the fresh new Huawei MatePad 11.5 S PaperMatte Edition. A tablet very much designed to be taken on the road with its remarkable paper matte display, and one for more creative types with its responsive 3rd Gen M Pen stylus and feature-packed apps for drawing, editing, all that kind of shenanigans. Goes on sale mid-June, starting from 349 GBPs, but if you order it before July the 2nd, you'll get it bundled with Huawei's magnetic keyboard accessory for bugger all extra cost. So let's have a proper old grope of the Huawei MatePad 11.5 S PaperMatte, and a big old thanks to Huawei for sponsoring this video. Cheers! So first up, what do you get chucked in the box? Well, unsurprisingly, you've got yourself a tablet. You've got a surprisingly dinky wee supercharge adapter, a USB cable, and Huawei has also kindly chucked in a microfiber polishing cloth. Oh, it's a proper nice one too, nice and soft. Luxurious. And that's everything you get chucked in the box. Now, the Huawei MatePad 11.5 S PaperMatte is, of course, an 11.5-inch tablet. It's right there in the name. Pleasingly skinny at just 6.2 mils, and it weighs just a squirrel's scrotum over half a kilo. So despite that generously sized screen, the MatePad 11.5S should slip into most backpacks, that much in the way of huffing and puffing. And the bezels surrounding that screen are pretty much an ideal size, not too chonky, but also just about thick enough so you can comfortably grip the tablet without your thumb flesh intruding on that panel and balking up the responsiveness. And the rest of Huawei's design is just as smart and sleek. Got yourself an aluminium unibody, which you can pick up in either space grey or a lovely violet tone. Wraps right around the edges and the back end of that tablet. It certainly seems to be pretty hardy. Thankfully, the camera doesn't poke too far from that arse end, so you only get a wee bit of rattle when it's sat on a desk. And as usual with Huawei devices, you've got a good bit of HarmonyOS slapped on here. And this is blissfully light on crapware. There's no AliExpresses, Facebooks, LinkedIn's, booking.bloodycoms. And if you want to download some fresh apps, it's the Huawei app gallery that you'll want to wander to. You won't find any Google apps, etc. in here, but if there's anything you can't find, you can always use a bit of petal search. So for instance, there's still no Spotify on the app gallery, so let's install the APK from APK Pure. You just got to remember to be a bit more careful when you're installing APKs as opposed to verified apps from an app store, but at least the Huawei MatePad will perform a security check just to make sure everything seems to be tickety-boo before you install it. And as usual, multitasking with several apps is super simple. You can open apps in a floating window to drag around anywhere, otherwise you can do a good bit of split screen action. But I gotta talk about this stunning paper matte display because it's an absolute highlight of the MatePad. Absolutely the best reason for buying this thing. That 11.5-inch panel is a great size for pretty much anything you could possibly want to do, be it editing video, checking out your photo albums, just kicking back with a graphic novel, or maybe streaming a video, or perhaps ejaculating some of your creative inspiration all over the internet. Whatever you're into, the 2800 by 1840 pixel resolution means all of those images beautifully crisp. Of course, the 3:2 aspect ratio quite well suited to running two apps side by side. It's also perfect for reading, nice punchy color reproduction as well. Those more vivid tones really shine through. But the MatePad is absolutely ideal for anyone who's out and about quite a lot. That screen maxes out at 500 nits. And thanks to the paper matte finish, that's more than enough to comfortably see what is going on, even when you've got sunlight glaring down on this thing. This cunning screen design obliterates pretty much all reflections thanks to its nano-textured glass and the anti-reflective coating type situation. I got this thing aimed directly at my studio lights, and as you can see there, they're doing bugger all. Definitely handy if you want to do a good bit of reading by the pool or whatever. And despite all of those many layers, the visuals are still crystal clear. You won't feel like you're watching a movie after smashing several pints of whiskey, unless that's exactly what you're doing. And movies will sound just as good thanks to the Histon 9.0 audio setup slapped onto the MatePad. Let's just bump up that volume, show you what we're working with. The MateBook X Pro 2024 is just how stupidly dinky it is. It's been redesigned in pretty much every single area, right down to the bloody hinges, to make it as light as possible, and the result is a laptop that weighs under a kilo. It's got a proper stereo speaker setup, as the audio has pumped out both the right edge and the left edge there, and pretty bloody loud on the maximum volume, with a good bit of respectable bass, not too tinny at all. And this MatePad also supports Huawei's new 3rd Gen M Pencil, which boasts over 10,000 pressure sensing levels, while scribbling on that screen feels a little more like drawing on actual paper thanks to the textured surface. The stylus communicates with the tablet using near-link comms. We're talking a perfect connection here, no lag whatsoever, and when you're done with it you can just stash it up here on top. As you can see, the M Pencil actually charges when it's stuck away up there as well. You don't need to worry about plugging it in separately or anything. Huawei has stuffed its new Go Paint sketch and scribbling app on here as well, which allows you to create masterpieces with up to 532 layers in total. And I really appreciate some of the quick gesture support as well. So for instance, if you feel your last addition to your creative masterpiece wasn't quite as masterful as you'd hoped, well, just tap 2 fingers and you can undo all of those strokes. Or you might think, actually that was bloody wonderful, let's bring it back again. Tap with 3 fingers, job done. You've got a fantastic range of different brushes, all of them fully customizable as well, so you can tweak them to get them exactly how you like. And in Notes, you can actually take voice recordings as you're scribbling. So for instance, right now I'm providing a nice bit of commentary about a lovely little smiley face I'm drawing in this corner. And of course, the MatePad comes with a handy keyboard cover accessory to basically turn it into a dinky wee laptop. And thanks to the magical wonders of magnets, this all slips together nice and easy. If you snaffle yourself the Violet tablet, this can come bundled with a light grey keyboard, whereas if you get the space grey tablet, as you can see there, the board is black. And considering it's a simple keyboard cover, you've got respectable travel, decent amount of feedback, but bear in mind there's no backlighting. And just like the M Pencil stylus, this keyboard communicates with the tablet using near-link tech. So even if you tear them apart, you can still type on that keyboard and the tablet will respond. Now, as usual, Huawei isn't actually disclosing what processor runs the show here on the MatePad 11.5S, but everyday performance certainly seems smooth enough and good enough for editing video. If you want to get a bit of that on the go, using Huawei's own Petal Clip app, you can certainly pull together some shareable masterpieces from all of your random footage that you filmed. And of course you can play the latest, greatest app gallery games, so I just chose this one at random, Angry Shark whatever. Well, certainly looks like an absolute banger. Alright, I don't know how I got in this pool, but let's roll with it. I love how she seems completely unperturbed by the presence of an enormous shark in this pool. Jesus Christ. This shark has definitely had his Weetabix. Oh, fried. And Huawei has managed to cram a sizable 8,800 mAh capacity battery inside of the MatePad 11.5S as well. So you can play that shark game for literally hours and hours. Yay! And that right there in a lovely wee nutshell is the fresh new Huawei MatePad 11.5S PaperMatte. As you can see, if you want a tablet to use outdoors, that screen is absolutely stunning. Perfect for reading, writing, editing photos, editing videos, whatever you want to do. Absolutely kicks that annoying screen glare right in the crotch. So it'd be great to hear what you think down in the comments below. A massive thank you again to Huawei for sponsoring this video. Please do plug, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. And have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone. Love you.